Still muted, Billy.
How's everybody doing? We muted ourselves. Let's bring the team up is what I said. What's going on, everyone? Good to see you. Let's go around the horn here. Say, hey, what's up, Dave Digital? I saw it. Tony, Biomex, how you doing today?
What's going on? Good. I had three things going on at once because I had our YouTube stream up on the side on my own computer, so I had to mute that. But welcome, everyone. Glad to have you here on Sunday. Good to see you, team. Let's get going.
Jimmy Jim, what's going on, Jimmy Jim?
What's going on, folks?
Good to see you,
Another
brother.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. And we have the Red Man in the house. What's going on, Red?
Hey, everybody. Good to see everybody. Trump is dumping. And I'll send it back over to you, Billy.
Trump is dumping, huh? So let's say hi to the chat real quick. Who's in here? Let's see who's in here. We got Jesse. Jesse says right at the beginning, these 10 hours are gonna take forever. Jesse, you're awesome, dude. And we have Mike Volmer. Good to see you, Mike. Blocky was here earlier. A lot of these guys are here a lot earlier just to stop in to say hi. Jesse, of course, probably still here. Let's keep scrolling down. What we got here? Tex-Mex Biomax, of course. Yeah, Mike's in here. Alexandra G, welcome, welcome, welcome. Our famous mod. Who else we got in here? We're working it. Tina, good to see you. All set. Good to see you. Wifey, good to see you, wifey. And Andrea, so far we're doing good. So, wow, yeah, we got a lot to get into today because of just all this crazy action that's been happening with the Trump coin and some other stuff going on around the space. For me personally, man, it's been tough. I didn't get in on the Trump coin. We'll get into that, but it's been a little red for me today. But let's get into some of these crypto bubbles, Red. You ready to do Red Man's bubble?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys can see, I mean, Trump up, yeah, it's up 92%, but I've got the 1 hour chart up on my computer, and this thing took a nasty dump. It's trying to recover right now. We'll see what happens. Ondo RWA hot. RWA, I showed a chart on my Twitter this morning. RWA, the whole narrative in general has really popped off the last week or two. Bartcoin, one of the few AI coins pumping right now. So as you can see, the rest of the market is red. I mean, I'm not seeing that much green here. SPX, one of the memes, and there's little Aave down there. Bonk is green today. So with that, Billy, I'll send it back over.
What about the hour? What do you got on the hour, Red?
Can you change that over for me? Tony's got a hold of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There's the hour. See, 32%. It's dumping, Billy. It's dumping. So we'll see what happens. We're down to $47.27 per Trump coin right now. So I'll send it back over to you. You can do the coin market cap.
Yeah, man. All right. Just want to make sure. Yeah. You got it? Okay. Yeah, man, look at this. This is just absolutely the market cap down 3.58. Dominance at 57.4. Are we going to get back to 60? That's what I want to know. Are we going to get back to 60? That's going to be interesting. But the fear and greed down to 64. Now, I should say up because it was I think at 55 before. I think I saw it down in the 55, 57 range. So it's up. Of course, Bitcoin's at 103. So, wow, we're going to have some predictions today, too, because have we seen the top? What's your feeling? What's your thoughts? We'll get into that as well. Ethereum, a lot of this money, a lot of this liquidity has been flowing into that Trump coin. And we'll see what happens with some of these other altcoins. I have my ideas. Of course, I'm just like you guys. Who knows if I'm right or wrong, but yeah, Ethereum, XRP's at 309. Solana was up, right? Solana went up. And it's coming back down a little bit now, down 7.42% in the last 1 hour, but up still 0.65 in the 24-hour period. But look at this. 35% up for the 7-day percentage increase. That's, man, Solana just, and I know that the Trump coin really impacted a lot of that action going on there as well. See Cardano back down to $1.02. Now $1.03 just changed. I think Cardano got up to like $1.08 over Friday or Saturday or something like that. So I want to see Cardano go, man. I want to see it explode. Chainlink down 6.57 in the last hour, but up 22.75% on the 7-day, which is excellent. And of course, so we have a lot on the 7-day. We do have a lot of good action going on. So hopefully we can get back to some reasonable gains here on everything. Let me stop sharing this screen here and get back to some reasonable gains across the altcoin space instead of just being focused on a couple of coins like it has been. It's been brutal for me, I tell you the truth. But I know a lot of friends, a lot of people got into the Trump coin, and they did very, very well on it. I personally didn't get in on that, mostly because there are so many sus factors that I just said no. I mean, I didn't like to see the owner at the time. We didn't know if it was Trump. I didn't like to see the owner with 80% of the tokens. I didn't like to see the liquidity pool was not locked. Those are sus. At the ball on Friday, even those people that attended the crypto gala, they didn't even know that coin was launching, right? And so there was just a lot of suspicion. But with that said, I decided not to get in, and other people decided to trade it, and they did very, very, very well. And God bless them, because I love it when people make great gains like that, and I love hearing about their stories. So that's all good. How about any of you guys? Did any of you guys jump into that Trump coin?
I tried to short it. I played with $30, 3x, and lost it. I tried to short it at $30, all at the same area. But I was just going to take the win if I would have had a win and put it back into it.
Yeah, so Billy, I found it. So they dropped the Trump coin Friday night, 1:00 in the morning, which to me was a little suspect to begin with. And then there was some fears that it might be a scam. So the only way I was going to buy it was to convert some of my HODL bags, and I just can't do that, Billy. I got some good buy-in prices, and I don't want to lose that just to get into something that's probably going to do what it's doing right now, dump on my face. So, but hey, if you made money in that coin, congratulations, and hopefully you are now sitting pretty. And probably doing better than I am, and that's okay. That's fine. I'm happy for you. For me, I didn't FOMO in. I'm not gonna FOMO in. Probably not gonna touch it with a 10-foot pole, but I'll take the liquidity.
As Piano Maddie B sings, FOMO in at the top. Yeah, I didn't get any. Awesome. How about you, Tony? Did you get anybody else? Did anybody get any of that on our team? Jimmy?
I didn't.
Negative
so
Ghost Rider. I bought sports cards.
Yeah. We want to hear some later on, Jimmy, about what your action is on those cards. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't buy any myself. I actually thought people were still talking about the MAGA coin. I was out of pocket. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff around the house and with my wife, helping her with her business. So I learned from Alex O this last week on Tuesday when we talked community. Alex O says he does an assessment. Is he really focused on what he's doing right there at the time? Is he in the right mindset before trading? So I wasn't. So when I was hearing about it, I figured the team did, and I let it run. But I was focused also at the time to go pick up a couple more file nodes. I was able to scalp a couple file nodes at a really good price to kind of lower my entry, and also to be able to open a public pool. And maybe Jimmy Jim can help me with that, with the cornucopias file nodes. So.
Yeah.
Jimmy
the other, what's that?
No, I was just saying Jimmy Jim.
Jimmy Jim. So Jimmy Jim, before we get into some of this other stuff, tell us about this, what you got going on with these cards, because you texted me the other day and said, man, Billy, I hit a big one. I think
Yeah,
the community would like to hear about it.
I saw I don't know if they're still in here, but we had 2 or 3 folks from that YouTube channel that jumped over here. They're doing some live breaks today, and I was in their chat before the show and made the mistake of saying, "Hey, I got to bail. I've got to do a live stream," and they started asking what live stream it was, so I shared it. So, welcome, Philly Whiz Kid participants, if you're still in here. But no, I mean, like 3 weeks ago, my son came up to him and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I bought into this live break," and I was like, "What in the hell are you talking about?" And sat through one with him, and then I kind of got the bug, and I inched my way in. Um, and let's see. Matter of fact, it was last week. Soon as we ended the stream, I walked out, got set up on the couch, flipped over my laptop, and literally, Papa Pete had pulled a 1 of 1 Seth frickin' Rollins WWE card. They were throwing around some pretty damn crazy numbers in the chat, about how much that card was worth. And, according to a few people, I mean, they were saying between $700 and $8,000 for that one card. And that was just one of, I think I'm up to 6 now. I've pulled 6 1 of 1s over the last 3 weekends. Now I'm just going completely ape. Yeah, I've had to file an LLC, because I mean, this is expenses. This is not a hobby. This is a business.
Now it is, isn't it?
And yeah, I mean, it has just completely gotten out of control in less than a month. But it's so much it's so much fun. Yeah, I see AJ's in here. He's given me a lot of competition in these breaks. But for whatever reason, the WWE stuff. I mean, I'm not even a WWE guy, so it's like really easy for me to part with this stuff. And I think 4 of the 5 or 6 101s I've hit have all been, 1 of 1 cards. I've hit a whole bunch of 1 of 5s and 10s, 2s of 3s. I mean, now I have to say, yesterday we did have a break party here at the house. We had about 8 or
Jimmy's
9 boxes.
housing break parties now with that fast.
Yeah, we are. It was me, my son, and another friend, and we were sitting around breaking all of those cards, and then watching Papa Pete stream, jumping in some of his breaks, and my luck kind of ran out yesterday. I wasn't getting any big hits, early, mid through the day, and then last night hit another 101 and a bunch of other good cards, and it was all WWE. I mean, it's not like I do okay in the football stuff. I don't do that great in baseball. And then Star Wars. A lot of the new Star Wars cards are really, really nice. And I've taken a liking to those. Everybody knows I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Well, let me ask
But
you
it's a lot of
this.
fun. It's a way for me and the son to bond. It's a way
Oh,
for me
yeah.
to teach him about business. He
Yeah.
likes ripping the packs. I like the dopamine rush of when you do hit something. And so it's a win-win. It's just a matter of do I go broke first
Yeah.
or what? And here's the crazy thing is, I've been spreading the Givers Gain hashtag, in their chat. And last weekend, after I hit this big card, right? Every time you do a break, they have a bounty. And if you there's a few different bounties they have, and they had a house bounty where they, after every break, they spin the wheel, and then if you get whatever you hit on the wheel. Well, I ended up hitting the frickin' bounty on the wheel, $1,000 on top of it. I mean, literally last weekend was a $10,000 weekend. It's just far as acquiring cards and winning breaks. And after that, I felt a little bit guilty because I had some big hits. So literally, we took all of that bounty, I got with the guy who runs the channel. He pulled together another break, and I bought the whole break, and then we gave away all the spots in the chat, just to have some fun. And I didn't get anything. I had a couple of spots. I think my son got a spot, but all the cards went to other people, and that made me feel great.
Oh,
That
that's awesome, man.
it was exciting to see those cards come out, and just being able, even if you're not getting the cards. I mean, seeing some of these cards are you just never, you might not see them again, unless you're going to
So-
card shows and
So
stuff
how
like
much
that.
does a pack cost, or do you buy a whole box nowadays?
Oh man, it really it really depends. I'm learning fast that, we're entering a new card cycle, right? In 2025. And you want to buy everything you can buy directly from, Topps or Panini or one of those guys, all at once. You're gonna get the best price. Because once they sell out, I mean, give you a good for instance. I bought 2 NFL white sparkle packs. These things, they do a Dutch auction. So the price, they'll start at a price, and every 5 minutes the price goes down until they sell out, right? And I knew these were going to sell out really quick, and they did sell out less than 10 minutes. But it was $750 for a single pack of 4 cards. I bought 2 of them. I opened one, and then less than an hour after they sold out, they were up on eBay for $1,500. And I've already
Wow.
seen a few sell for $1,500.
So are these
So
cards going to be like new tokens, Jimmy? Like you better sell them, after the pump, or they're going to dump. Have you figured that part out
it
yet?
depends, I mean, like right now, I mean, if you're in baseball, and you're pulling a Paul Skeens rookie autograph, card, well, that's hot right now, and there is software that you can load your cards into, and it'll go out and get all the comps for you and pull them back, what stuff sold on eBay and different places. And I mean, it's no different than me charting crypto. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at this chart of my collection, what cards are hot, which ones are increasing or decreasing in price. I mean, I have learned way much over the last month about, sports cards, and I haven't been into sports cards since I was 15, so it's been, or 12 to 15, I did it a lot.
Is Upper
And
Deck and Fleer and all the old ones from my day when I was collecting? I know
I mean,
Topps is around, but
it,
we had all
all
kinds
of those are the Toys R Us now, right? I mean,
Okay.
somebody's bought the name, so Panini, Topps Fanatics, they're the big guys. They've bought up, all of the Upper Decks and the Donruss and, all of those
Donruss,
types of companies.
Donruss, Fleer,
But
yeah.
the products that they're pushing out now are pretty awesome. I mean, it's not, me and you old ball card stuff. I mean, this is high quality, uh, you know, and like I said, going back to the price, it really depends on what you're buying. But I'd say, on average, you're going to spend, for like a hobby box or something. I mean, you could see as low as, a couple $100. Or if you bought like a hobby box of Disney or something like that, it could be $400. And then different series of cards. It might be the same series. There's one out right now that I'm a real fan of. It's called Bowman Best University. All the packs are hot, but they have different box types. So, there might be a hobby box, and they'll guarantee 4 autographs in that box. And let's just say it's $225. But then they'll have these other boxes, and they'll call them, same make, model, same everything, but this box is tagged as a Breaker's Delight. In that box, you get 1 pack with 10 cards, but almost every card is going to be a hit, in that box, and you'll pay $275 for that box. So it just depends on what you're into. I mean, if you're going to do it if you're doing it from a hobby standpoint, get into what you like. And if you're doing it from a more business standpoint, then buy the stuff you don't like or you're not into. It's easier to part with, But it's been a lot of fun. Me and my son have really enjoyed it. Like I said, we've spent a ridiculous amount of money trying to get this thing up and going. but learning along the way, and a lot of these guys that popped in the chat here, I'm learning a lot from those guys. So it's a lot of fun.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun. I used to collect big time, man. I even did my own booths and go to the shows and all sports cards. So I get the fever. I certainly understand the fever, and it was great doing it with my son. And those are the best times, man. Those are like, if I could get any of those times back when my son was little, doing all that stuff, I would take them back in a heartbeat. So I get your fever, brother. I get it. I understand it.
So there's the money card right there.
Oh, cool.
That's real diamonds in that card.
Wow.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'd be selling that stuff.
Did you guys ever get to see
it? Literally came in yesterday. So, I mean, it'll be on the market probably tonight or tomorrow.
Did you guys get to see the Topps website where you could buy Topps NFT cards on the Avalanche blockchain?
Yeah, Topps has it. Panini has it.
I think
all the big
did they
cards.
shut it down, or is it still going? Because I know they had some problems and kind of shut it down. But
well, I had
on the basketball side.
Right when Candy came out, I did jump into the baseball side of the Candy NFTs, and I don't. It's too early for that. I mean, that's as great as, and that's an argument we've always kind of brought forth about, the NFT market, right? Your license is going to be an NFT, your, registration for your car is going to be NFT, but, card collectors, man,
yeah, touch and feel.
You want
man.
that bad boy right there in your palm, man. A picture of it. I feel like I'm shopping on eBay or something. I mean, just having that physical card, and I think that's a huge, huge hurdle. Even for the manufacturers, the Paninis and the Topps, are going to have trying to push that whole narrative of NFTs and sports card collecting. I love the idea. I mean, it literally is the same thing with the exception of, I don't have that piece of cardboard in my hand.
Well, how about this, Jimmy? What if the roll the NFT piece in, so you get the physical card, but you get the NFT version, and that way, if that card's ever damaged, the part of the manufacturer's agreement, if you have the NFT, is they can print you a new one. So like it's still a one-on-one. But it's like an insurance policy, the NFT. So if you have a flood, it gets damaged, you lose a $5,000-$10,000 card to flood damage, but you have the NFT, you can prove that. You send that, some claim service through the manufacturer, they send you that one-on-one again.
That would be pretty cool.
Now for authenticating cards, that would, perfect. And even when you send in a if you send in a card to PSA to be graded, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, when they get that card, they're going to take a very high resolution photo of the front and the back, because once they're done grading it and it's been serialized, you do have that, so when that actual slab ends up circulating out in the world, I mean, you can actually verify that, this slab is that card, because you sent it in.
That's cool.
But it is just, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I mean, we've been on a hot streak. Yesterday was probably the first time that, we experienced a little pain. We ended up finishing strong, but I mean, it's like every week we're getting in these piles of cards that we got to catalog and, keep track of and, get actual cost per card, because a lot of these breaks, you're not buying a whole box. I mean, you're buying a percentage of a box, because look, some of these WWE boxes that they're opening, like there's one going down tonight that I'm in, and I went ape on it just because they've been just coming to me, especially the WWE women. I don't know why, but I'm getting all of these relics.
I mean, I don't know why.
I know why, but but
I've seen those WWE.
It's just really odd.
To your point, Jimmy, this is the Panini NFTPaniniAmerica.net, and these are their NFT
Yep.
cards that they have. And here's WWE. And right now, you can buy the floor price at $2. Look, we're just speculating. We're not talking anything. This isn't financial advice. We're just talking about the opportunity that there is out there. So NBA, football.
Oh, and I mean, they got cards for everything out there now. I mean, like I said, some of the Star Wars stuff, the Star Wars high tech series, the Star Wars Tops 2024 Chromes. I mean, those cards are just beautiful. I did get a box of the Star Wars Galaxy yesterday, and when I was looking at them online, I was just kind of like, these aren't that great. I mean, they're okay. Man, I got that box. I cataloged it all last night. I think it was how many are in that? Like 20 cards in there or so. There were only 2 that I didn't make money on. So those Star Wars Galaxies, they're not my favorite Star Wars card. But man, they've got some value in those boxes. But you got Star Wars, you got the Pokemon stuff. I mean, they've got Minecraft stuff. You got baseball, football, soccer, hockey. They got freaking tennis, golf. I mean, a plethora of entertainment.
I see a separate channel coming. I see a Billy Goat Tales box opening party channel, Jimmy,
with alternate investment channel. But like I said, I mean, it's just a great opportunity, just like I did with my son in crypto, right? I sat him down, I've put some money in an account, and I don't know what his balance is now, but it was getting close to 10 grand. And he's taking advice from me, but he's doing the buying, he's doing the selling. I mean, he's doing all of that. And I just kind of see this as another way to show him how to make money and not work for someone else, right? I mean, that's where you got to be.
Entrepreneurial spirit. Well, let's I love that, and I guess the algo loves this too. We're up at 260 viewers between X and YouTube, Jimmy. So they're liking the topic or the algo picked it up or something. But let's say hi to you. Got some people in here.
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask one more? So Jimmy, where do you sell these? Because I did a box opening. I did several box openings for the basketball cards last year, but I don't know where to take them to sell them. So you can help me out later offline.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want, if you want the most bang for the buck, I mean, you got to go to the show. That way you ain't got shipping charges and all that. I mean, when you're dealing with maybe a $7 or $8 card, it doesn't make sense for either party to sell that on eBay. A $10 card, you pay $15 to get it shipped, and then now you're all out of whack. And there's some people that don't care about that. They're just in it for the love of collecting, right? And I'm a little of both. Man, if I could do this and it's something that bonds me and my son, and he learns something, and then every once in a while we could turn a profit, dude, that's a win-win across the board there.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's Biomex, you want to say hello to everybody in the chat? Because we got a lot more people in here.
100%. Welcome, Crypto Princess. We see you. She's on the very bottom of the chat. First message I see saying hello to Andrea. Thank you, Crypto Princess, by the way, for you do great production quality. If you haven't checked out Crypto Princess's YouTube channel, she's got great shorts that are very informational. But also she's been doing interviews. We got Alex O, Army Piper, Crypto Billy, and myself, and then several others that she's done interviews. And thank you for putting out that interview this last Friday. I'm sure somebody can grab it, put it in the stream. If you guys want to watch it, get to know a little bit more about me, you can. But thank you, Crypto Princess, for that opportunity. Who else is in the chat? We got Dave Digital, but he's also on stream. And you got AJ Doesn't Miss. Is that one of the card folks that you know, Jimmy?
Yeah.
AJ Doesn't Miss.
Yep.
Welcome. Who else we have? Mike Vollmer. What's going on, Mike? Jesse, when he said 10 hours, he can't wait 10 hours. That's because he was commenting on the stream 10 hours prior to our stream going live. So, Jesse, we just love you, man. You're always out there, propping us up and giving us support and being there for us, and we appreciate you. Alexandra G, good to see you in here. Who else we have? Anybody new? I know we mentioned some earlier. Jay Violet, what's
Dutchie's
going
in
on?
here.
Dutchie's in here already. Awesome.
Yeah, we got
Well,
the family. The family's here. Jay
I don't
Violet.
see anybody. I don't see anybody chatting on X yet, but we've got a lot of people on X. So welcome. If you want to come chat with us on X or come over to YouTube, welcome and come on board.
Oh, I see Pollo. He's trying to come up. What's Pollo doing? Pollo, cluck.
Sorry, guys. I'm not at the studio, so I'm on limited bandwidth here. But I'm in.
You're
That
in.
unicorn fart dust, I think, messed up his internet.
Well, yeah. So that was one of the things we were going to talk about today. Was the unicorn fart dust? And the last I looked, let me see if I can pull that up. Share screen. Let's see. Boom. I might need to refresh this, but let's see. I'll scroll that down there. So, wow. So, man, I looked at this just a little bit ago. Let me refresh it. Okay. So it was down here in the 24 cent. So, like when right before we started the stream. So just like that. It's at 34 cents. So if you guys don't know, and we're not endorsing this, it's just in the news. So we're talking about it because it's in the news. That's why we're talking about it, right? But if you guys don't know, Ron's Basement, this guy he's 54 years old. He's a gold and silver guy. He's got a great channel, very good community. He had never bought one stitch of crypto in his life. He's very heavily into recommending gold and silver. And I think he's got something like 45,000, 50,000 subscribers, been around. He literally broadcast from his basement. That's why it's called Ron's Basement. Been in the gold and silver scene. And he decided that he's just going to launch a meme coin on Solana. And this guy had never owned one stitch of crypto. No Bitcoin, no Ethereum, no Solana. Literally just decided, I think more of a point to prove that really your money should be in gold and silver, and anything digital is just unicorn fart dust, right? It's unicorn fart dust. So he was very transparent with his community and says, I don't know anything about this. You can go back to his channel and look at 31 days ago. He launched his coin, and it took him 3 hours on pump. What is it? Fun.pump on Solana or fun.pump, one of the two, which we could launch that coin probably in 5 minutes. It's pretty simple to do. But that's just how unfamiliar he was with crypto. And this coin is now, as you saw, around 34 cents, a meme coin. And this guy is just blown away by this, because when he launched the coin, he only kept like 1.3% of the supply. He really was novice, didn't know what he was doing. He did it for fun, did it more to prove that gold and silver are the way to go. And now, do the math on that. 34 cents at, I think there's only 4.6 million of these things. It came out to be about, I think he said he bought more, which was about I don't know how many million. I'd have to pull it up, but I think he said he got 6.6 million tokens. So the supply was larger than, I'll pull it up in a second. But if you do the math on 6.6 million at 0.34 cents, you're talking about like 2.5 million. And what he did was so great was he said that 20% would go if he made a dime. It started with $100. He threw $100 in. He said, if I make a dime on this, I'm going to give 20% to my community and in silver. And so Dave Digital does our like Google Trends and to figure out what we're going to talk about. And when it came up, unicorn fart dust, I was like, no way, that's Ron's coin. Like I watched him when he launched it, because I do track some gold and silver. And I think Rice TV or something about 4 or 5 months ago told me about Ron's Basement. And so I was watching about a month ago when he launched it. And I thought, oh man, Ron's going to get smoked in this crypto market. And he's done very well. I found it very interesting, unicorn fart dust. So Anyways, what do you guys think about that? That's crazy, isn't it?
That's a wild story, Billy, because literally we had no connection before that about what was going on in the show. It's just yesterday morning. It was Saturday morning. I was up very, 6 in the morning doing the research, and that's just the topic that came up for this week. And then, like you say, we sent it around the chat, and you're like, "Oh my goodness, I know him." Yeah, so definitely no affiliation. We're not we're
No,
not shilling
no.
you some fart coins, some unicorn dust, some fart dust for
No.
sure. I don't even think any of us own it. I definitely don't.
No,
I mean, I'm
So-
holding. Anybody needs any? Just don't download.
And fart dust on deck.
Oh,
So
It's
yeah,
kinda
that's
like
just
the
a
Trump
cool
coin.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Now the Trump coin, I don't know if I don't know when it started the trend, but I didn't see it yesterday morning. I still didn't see it on X when I looked. Just through the trends. But as soon as I got to the office yesterday we had a sales training, man, everybody in the office was talking about it. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? So I tried to short it for $30. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
If it would have, I
Same
would have
here.
bought some
Same here. I
Trump
got stopped out.
You guys should have waited a little bit to short it because there's a nice big red candle on there right now. So
Yeah.
You want to pull it up? You got that pulled up, Red?
I
Red, pull
do,
up your
but
big red candle.
it comes up black and gray for some weird reason.
Can you pull it
All
up,
right,
Dave?
we wouldn't have known the difference. Yeah, I could pull up Trump. I mean,
Let's pull it up. Take a look at that big red
And
candle.
I saw it when it was being launched, and just the volume, the sheer volume and the velocity of that it was moving. It was 2 hours from when I caught it. It was 2 hours that it had launched, and I just could not believe this. And I checked Trump's Twitter, and it was on there, and I couldn't believe that was his.
So the only thing I saw was the MEXT chart, and it doesn't have a lot of information on it. It's probably one of the last ones to list it, but this is what you got, what we're looking at right now, and that's the 1 hour. So you
Let
have
me
the
let me
first dot.
put, let me make you
35%
solo
retrace.
real quick.
Let me see. We got 31% in an hour ish, and then it rebounded about 8%. So you're down 23% in an hour, looks like. But let's think about it. If we were gonna pull a fib, right? We would pull our fib just like that. This would give us where it should come down to test, right? If it's healthy.
It looks dumpy.
I mean, you got this coming down, but we're on the eve of the inauguration. What do you think is going to happen?
So the
Is it sell the
momentum's
news?
coming down, and the VWAP's coming down, and you
Got a red dot.
got a red dot. You got all kinds of stuff going on there. But to your point, it is it's what's interesting to me is these super PACs, like these political action committees, and the fact that the president elect is going to be president tomorrow, right, has a meme coin. Our president has a meme. If that isn't great for crypto adoption, I don't know what is. But I can also see the other side of it, right? A lot of liquidity, like what do we say? It took Bitcoin, 7-8 years to get a $72 billion market cap, and it took Trump 2 days.
That's incredible, man.
So
I mean,
is that good? Is that bad? I don't know, but it certainly took a lot of liquidity, a lot of money to it, right? And which means, and normally it's taking money away from other things, right? So not in all cases, because the market's ever growing, but when it comes to these PACs, these political action committees, and you get into all of these lobbying groups that join a political action committee, they donate big money to these things, and you start getting into that kind of stuff that maybe it goes on their modus operandi to support different things, and they become holders of a digital currency, of our token, a digital token. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like, what? We're in this new age, kind of like the same mindset paradigm shift to me of AI. It's just kind of like, this is different. This is different. What do you guys think of that?
This
Yeah,
is
so
Tony's
for me, I'm
AI
still
bot talking to you.
It's
Sorry,
coming,
Ray-Ban.
man.
I think that we're just starting here, man. But if you see where we've gone, I think about a year and a half ago, you couldn't have done the things like, go into a prompt, write an explanation of a picture you want, and in a minute you have a picture. Like, think about that. And it's moving so much. It's just the speed and the velocity that we're seeing all these things come into play. I just think there's going to be kind of like what you always see. You're going to see maybe 2 or 3 winners, like where you're going to see the actual, these are the ones that, win the race. Because, I mean, there's just so much selection as far as AI that you can use. I think that we're going to kind of, you'll see some of the unicorns. I mean, but pull from the pack for sure.
Billy, I think the next step forward in the short term is to find out where all this liquidity is going to go. I mean, I would start thinking about narratives. I know RWA has been pumping pretty good for the last couple of weeks. Ondo has had a nice little run. So trying to find out where this is going to go. And that's kind of why I didn't sell, because I'm waiting for that liquidity to come back into my bags. I think that's the biggest part, because people are going to dump, and it's dumping right now, and people are taking profits, as they should. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they don't think this is a long-term play, which I highly doubt anybody does. They're looking to get rich quick, right? So that's why they're in this coin. So where's that liquidity going to go next? That's what I'm asking myself.
Well, we have the whole inaugural swearing in, and it's going to be the first, whether you're Republican, Democrat, it really doesn't matter, because what matters is it's going to be the first pro crypto administration in our country's history, man. And what does that mean? Is that good or bad? I say it's good, right? But I don't think it means that we're going to get regulation. Trump's a businessman. You have feelings either way for him, but he knows there has to be a structure in place, right? There has to be some sort of structure in place. So I feel like it's good overall to have a pro crypto administration. However, I still think we need some sort of mechanisms in place to kind of make sure we get rid of some of these scammers and shillers and things like this. That, like in the investment world, you have to have a prospectus, right? You have to, if someone's going to buy, you're going to say, hey, here's the mission, here's the purpose, here's the average returns, here's a 5-year chart, a 10-year chart. You have to make an informed decision, informed purchasing decision. And in crypto, we're in the wild, wild west here, right? So, however, I'm a subscriber of the ethos, right? The ethos is peer-to-peer. Hey, man, I want to be able to pay for that motorcycle with this crypto. And you got a wallet? Yep, I got a wallet. Boom, boom. There you go, right? Boom. And if anybody hasn't done that yet, that's so fun. I bought some things of the last few years with crypto, right? And it's such a cool feeling and a great transaction, because you pay for it with crypto, man. And but the tax man always wants to get his, right? So I also use Cash App, and it's convenient. The fees are really high if you buy Bitcoin on your Cash App, but instead of holding $10,000 in fiat on your Cash App, I just transfer it to Bitcoin, and I'd use it. I'd make that balance in Bitcoin, and then if I ever needed to get in there and use it, and I would sell a little Bitcoin and put it back to cash. So it makes it really convenient, but Cash App tracks everything, right? You gotta do your always pay your taxes, right? So I think there's and Coinbase is getting pretty good about that stuff too. But going way back in 14, 15, 16, even 17, 18, it wasn't so transparent. When they brought in on the IRS forms, about 3 years ago, I think it was, they brought in that question on the IRS form that basically said, "Do you own any digital currencies? Yes or no?" I'm like, "Oh man, they're getting privy to this," you know. So it's interesting how all that's cycled out. Guys, we're at 300 total viewers. I think that's a record, man. I think we're streaming.
Awesome.
Yeah. Woo,
X.
party up
Yeah.
in here. I think it is a record. That's
Great.
awesome. That's awesome.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I see over on X right now, 265 live, which is wild. I can't wait till they make that more interactive over there when Elon builds it out more. It's going to be exciting.
So,
Speaking of
I
that,
guess
guys,
I guess there's been so much traffic on Solana, people are not even able to buy Trump on Solana. So CryptoFace just tweeted today. I have it right here. Let's see here. If I'm able to bring it up. There we go. So CryptoFace says, is Solana chain even working right now? I can't buy anything. Trump or Melania meme, both ain't working for me. So I guess that's one of the gripes too, is like the traffic, right? So the traffic is probably overbearing on the Solana chain right now. But we all love CryptoFace, but you know, I don't know what he's going through. I haven't tried to buy it, but is anybody else having problems trying to get it?
I tried to move $5,000 from Coinbase to Solana this morning, and only during our team meeting, which is between 3 and 5, did it show up. I checked it when we were talking in our team meeting, and it finally hit my Phantom wallet from this morning at like, I don't know, 6 a.m. And Coinbase did show me the air, you know, saying, hey, there's congestion, or, you know, Coinbase said we're having problems connecting to the Solana chain, or words to that effect. But yeah, it just showed up. Well, you know, in crypto, that's a lifetime, man. I'm like, I might as well send it back. You know.
Well, you know what
So-
that means, right?
Congestion?
On Solana,
Yeah.
only the roaches in the chat will get this one.
yeah,
That means Rob's mom is jumping up and down right now.
Big roach right here. Big roach.
Oh, we understand the roaches. Let's go ahead and put a few of them in the chat.
You see Bitcoin behind me?
What we got going on, Dave? Let's pull it up.
I hear
man.
alerts.
What's going
I hear
on?
alerts. Yeah, man. Take a look.
Red alert.
Look,
Well,
there's
Blood
the
we got
Bitcoin.
3 people doing the same. What? That's going the
Dump it.
wrong way, Dave.
Dump it.
Yes, sir. That's going the right way. At least
you in
according
a
to this
short?
trade. Yeah, I'm a short.
Exactly. It's going the right way.
It's
yeah.
going the right way. If you're in a short,
Yeah. You know, Bitcoin in your long-term bags, it's always going to be fine.
what is that on the 1 minute?
No, bro, that's the 12 or 15. It's the 15.
That's the 15, huh?
How low we going?
Well, we've got a golden pocket. I'll pull you back out a little bit. You have a golden pocket right here at 786. So 100K, 99K.
Buy the rumor, sell the news. Guess what tomorrow is the news.
So you think it's going to be the same this time?
Bell
I
the
have-
news of it.
I think they're gonna bounce it Monday. I think that's what they're gonna do. They did it. They did it when he won,
Little
and
fakey.
they're just. It's kind of obvious. It's kind
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna
obvious. That's
take
why.
pocket. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna
Cluck,
take
cluck.
pocket.
Did you guys see TikTok
Here's,
the shutdown on TikTok yesterday?
For 10 hours.
Oh
The
yeah.
10-hour shutdown.
Did you
and
not
then
see
now-
X meltdown?
Yeah. We were talking. You were in the team meeting, Poyo, but yeah, we were shut out of our TikTok. We just got it. All came back today. We read the message that it did say,
Back up.
thanks to President Trump, TikTok is back up and running again in the United States. I think.
Now,
that's
did
exactly-
you see the news on who's trying to buy TikTok?
Mr. Beast.
Mr.
Bunch of
Beast.
people.
Well, so is
A bunch of
Kevin
people,
O'Leary. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
that been
He's
trying to-
trying to
Elon-
make a must
Elon
move.
was mentioned.
Yeah. Who's going to get it? You think it's
Yeah,
going to
right.
happen?
Look at
You
check
think
this
they'll
out.
let Musk buy it?
Why is it not pulling that up?
That's what she said.
Can someone pull that screen up for me?
Yeah, that's
guess
what I
I
was
can't
talking
do
about,
it.
Jimmy.
I got
Yeah,
you,
there,
Jimmy.
there
Yeah,
you
there
go.
it is.
So shout out to my buddy Brad. He popped his Bitcoin sherry about a week ago, and we drew out. I was kind of
Hey.
talking him through charts and whatnot, and we kind of just drew this out. But yeah, I mean, I was glad to hear. I don't know who was that Poya that said the 100 grand, no lower than that, because the way I see it, yeah, I mean, we started, been in this channel, started establishing this, broke through it. He was wanting to buy, and I was like, man, I don't know. We could rock it up, being it's inauguration day, but history shows all the way back to November. We're probably going to go back down, but that line, look where it's at, right at 100 grand, just what the golden pocket's saying. So I'm just hoping, this line remains support myself, and it'd be nice to get up above this and break out of it, because what is the date on that? We entered that on November the 20th of 24. I mean, that's just nasty. I mean, that is just, for being in a bull run, I mean, you just can't get any more sideways than that.
Yeah, man. I agree with you on that 100%. I would like to see a little bit lower, but it's got a pretty strong bounce right here.
Yeah,
But the money flow,
that's an
the-
SFP right there, man, for sure.
I mean, 1 hour money flow is still heading in the wrong direction. It's like
Poyo, where do you think Bitcoin's going to be
4
in a
hours
month or
now.
two?
Well, I mean, as far as a
That
retracement,
little
that
yellow
was,
line, man, is proven.
yeah. I mean, as far as like higher time frames, we're still in the middle. But what we just saw was definitely a liquidation wick. But I'm still with. There's an order block, and we almost wicked to it, but we didn't hit it, which is the top of the previous range. So from 100,000 to about 100, 100,950. There's a nice little order block waiting, and that also you have confidence of the previous value area high of the range. So yeah, I mean, I could see a nice little, maybe a wick, but that wick was pretty strong. We're in the weekend, so that could have been, like I said, that could have been the fake out wick, just to liquidate everybody, because it's easier to move Bitcoin on the weekends.
Well, if you also look, you'll
There's
see
less
that our
volume.
weekly VWAP is at right around 99, 98, 98.8. That's where the weekly VWAP comes in. So that's also at the 786. So you would figure right around that 99 level, 100 level. Maybe not,
Oh.
but we'll see.
Bounce on support to 111, or
I mean, yeah, that would just be bullish. Either if it holds right there, that's bullish.
nice.
Well, we're still
I mean, if he starts
bullish,
throwing down
guys.
executive orders Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning,
No.
I'd say
We're
that's
still
pretty
bullish, guys.
I'm bullish,
mean-
man. I'm bullish. I know Trump's gonna come through. He's come through on his promises before. I see it happening again. It's we know what to expect.
I
He's had
think the
4 years,
game.
and we know what to expect with Trump.
Yeah, that comes down to
I think
your
the next
line there,
couple of-
Jimmy. That'd be a nice cup and handle.
Yeah, it would. It absolutely would.
You
I
got a
know little
W
bit about
pattern there. I
trading.
mean,
I'm not a trader.
if you got
Know a little
patterns,
bit.
guys, that is a W.
W for the win, baby.
No,
Not quite an uneven butt cheek.
no.
Jason Casper, his uneven butt cheeks. G4, welcome to the chat. Darren does things. Hey, Darren, good to see you, man. We did share the link, Darren, by the way. Burke, my man, Burke. Let's go, baby. Burke knows. Who else we got in here? Alex, crypto, my brother. What's going on, Alex?
I got
Good to
Alex
see you,
over here.
man. Who else we got in here? You got AJ, who's Jimmy's guy. Thank you for stopping in. RMT's in the house. Retro Mike. Good to see you. Crypto Caveman. Good to see you. And Wickster. Wick 589. We got to get it this run, Wick. We got to get to 589 this run, man. It's got to happen for us.
Did he come did he come with poems today?
With what?
I said, did he come with poems today?
Wick always comes with poems.
Man.
He said he's got some locked and loaded. And he just is looking for a stage to present them on.
I want to hear Wick
That was
go off
such
the
a-
dome. That's what I
That
want
was
to hear.
such a breath of fresh air last week when he shared his poems with us. That was good.
It was.
That
By the
was
way,
great. I
Pollo-
was cracking up.
Pollo, I need you to pull me that audio from that last space.
Okay. I will put it up.
And we are coming up on
Maybe
5
that's
o'clock,
what we
y'all.
need to do. Maybe
And
maybe we need to have a Sunday afternoon poem reading by Wick at the end of the show every week. I'm going to volunteer his efforts
Put him on the
to make that
I
happen.
love that.
Put him on the spot.
Wick.
No
hey, if that
pressure. No
happens, Jimmy,
pressure.
you might even check mark one of our things that we talked about in the meeting. I like that.
Wick, that's totally up to you. Don't let the peer pressure get to you. But you let us know.
You know you want to,
Knoxville.
Wick. You know you want
Knoxville. I'll be up there in Knoxville this week, man. So
All your friends are
maybe
doing it.
maybe
Yeah, all
we
your
get
friends
together
are doing it.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Just try it.
Either
Just try
way,
it,
we
Wick.
love you, Wick. And Wick.
Oh, Wick, it's way cooler if you do it.
Knoxville from Knoxville.
Yeah, Knoxville from Knoxville, man. Good dude. Great guy. Great guy. So Tony, you want to give us a
Yeah.
little
Love me some Knoxville.
Me too. You want to give us a little update? I know you got to always skedaddle a little early on our stream here. So why don't you hit your update, whatever you'd like to talk about, NFTs, whatever we're into.
Well, most everybody knows what we need, where to find our NFTs if they're interested. If you're watching later on, just go to our, I guess I can share. It's nothing doesn't hurt. It's one little step to do that. So I'll share. Billy Goat
You're
Tails
pressing all the
dot
other
IO.
buttons over there, Tony.
I know, right? I'm pushing all the other, but that wasn't me right now. So billygoattails.io. Actually, here's our homepage here. That's what it looks like. You can click on the upper right section, go to Mint Info. Actually, you can find a whole bunch of stuff now. This next week, we're going to talk about the power of persistence on our X Space this coming Tuesday. So we're doing a reboot of our top 10 of our 10 cornerstones, which you can find. And when you say, what is a cornerstone? Well, our Giver's Gain pathway or our cornerstones are really what our community is about. About the strength of community, the power of persistence, fearless action, the art of habits, integrity of honor, the power of faith, true wealth, what that means, mastering emotions, embracing rarity, and the love principle. So we're going to do a reboot of these. This is what we started out, the first 10 X Spaces when we started in November of 2023 through June of 2024, which we recorded the first 30 X Spaces and turned them into NFT books. So a lot of it is on crypto, but a lot of it is also on just basic principles, leadership principles, and a lot of great input. And this last week was just fire. There was a lot of great insights and new updates. People gave what they thought, what they gained, and what they learned from the last year. Some of our influencer friends, as well as we had a spotlight on a community. If you're wondering about what are these poems about, check the last, I think probably 20 minutes of our X Space from this last Tuesday, and you can hear Wick's awesome poems. If you want to go to our Mint site, you can click right here from our website, and it will take you to this site. You verify that you're human, and if you're a bot and you're really that good, well, go ahead. You can still buy it too. There's 711 available, and I'm going to go back to the Mint. 1 second. All right, and then how do you gain access? Well, you go to the book reader. You have to be able to have an NFT to get into that book reader. I'm going to go ahead and connect my wallet here. And this is what you get to see. So we have a preface in every single. There we go. We have a preface in every single NFT. So if you only own one, let's say you own NFT number 1, you're going to have that picture. You'll also have that in your wallet. And then you can go through and read. Here's the strength of community. That's what we talked about this last week. I think it's page 15 or 16. There's a little thing down here you can go to. These are the main points. These are some of the things we went over and then refreshed this last week. And next week, we're going to do over the power of persistence. So let me see if I can go to one of our quotes from one of our community members. So Alex O, in the book over a year ago, said the hardest thing for me as a man was learning to ask for help, so that when I can ask for help with something unfamiliar, I know that I can rely on my fellow crypto warriors to help me with the knowledge and skills I needed. This is vital, especially in this digital age. So anyways, we got a bunch of great quotes. I'm actually going to be producing some AI voice of myself videos that talk through just the main points of the first 10 chapters. You can see the different NFT chapters there. There's the NFT for power persistence. That's what it looks like. And then of course, it gives you the access to, I'm going to show the preface because it'll show you which chapters give you access to what. So we have the book cover 1 includes the strength of community, power of persistence, and fearless action. 2, art of habits, integrity of honor, power of faith, etc., etc. And then you go into the next one. We had some book reviews. The book Good to Great is one of our favorites. We went over the Bitcoin Standard. We also did a TradFi and crypto investing space with Wolf Financial. They have so many great X spaces every week. Ernest Lee, our friend, is a tax lawyer and a tax accountant. We talked crypto taxes. You might want to give that a listen and follow him on X. We went over Gala Games with Jason Brink, the CEO at the time. We went through blockchain mining. We talked about the anatomy of a meme coin, which is really how you go about creating one, not really showing any of them, just talking about that. We had Gary Cardone talking entrepreneurship, a whole bunch of great stuff. We had Crypto Lifer, Sam Price, a Crypto Trader's Legacy, All Things Crow with Jason Appleton, Crypto Crow. So a whole bunch of great stuff there. I'll just go to the appendix real quick. It'll also give you access. So each chapter identifies who spoke, and it gives you their YouTube links. If there are any influencers that were on there, it gives you that YouTube link every week. You can find those links at the bottom. And what I love about this, the very last, we have all the X spaces. If you want to go listen to them, you could. So they're in there in the back. I think that's all for me, guys. I just love that we were sharing some other stuff today. You know, you got the unicorn farts and goats, and those are all friends, and otters, and what other animals? I just wonder what other animal characters our other friends are going to start.
The roaches.
Who's going to be the roach? I don't know. Who would want?
That's Sin City. Sin City's the roaches, man. Rob
Sin
called
City.
his community.
Rob was calling everybody
Nothing
roaches
but-
the other day.
But cockroaches. And it's
Yeah.
stuck, man.
All roaches.
Speaking of Sin City, I'm hoping to get that copy of that almanac here soon.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I've been waiting on
I
mine
don't know
too.
when they're launching. I've been looking for it, but I haven't been
Longer to ship the damn thing than it took them to make it.
Hey. That's fire.
Yeah, shots
No,
fired, shots
we
fired.
love Rob and
David,
Dave
if you're out there,
and,
get the
Sin
damn
City
club
Crypto.
working. And Rob, for that matter.
I don't think they're going
Serious.
to
I
be
ain't
out
super
there
chat
right now.
nothing.
But Rocco's in here.
I ain't
Rocco
super
knows.
chat,
Rocco's in here.
What's up, Rocco?
Yeah,
That's
well,
all
there
I
you go.
got, guys.
Relay the message, Rocco. They already know. I ain't super chat
Hola,
no more.
Rocco.
I ain't join
Glad-
Patreon until the club opens its doors again. I got my little sign. I'm out front. I'm picketing.
All right, guys. Hope you all had fun. I did. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Adios.
See
Try
you,
not
see
to
you,
yell on
Tony.
the
Thanks
mic.
for everything, man. Yeah. All right.
Peace,
we
man.
have DDT in the building. What's going on?
Darren, how's
Good
it going,
evening.
brother?
Afternoon.
Hey.
Going good.
DDT.
Busy weekend. Tried not to be on shots, but with all this madness, let's call it that. It's
That's
been tough. It's been tough to get away. So
that's taking it lightly right there.
my
Man,
wife is not a happy person at the moment. Anyway, so
Oh, hey, by the
an
way,
okay weekend, by the way.
I'm gonna shill. Somebody made something for me, and I'm gonna. They have asked me to remain anonymous, so I'm not gonna say who they are. But somebody created this for me,
cluck cluck.
and they may or may
From our
not.
community?
be making some from our community, and they may or may not be planning on creating others for other members of our team. So I don't want to speak
Put that
for
back
them.
up
I
there
don't wanna
again. Let me
promote
see that. Put that up again. Polio.
Yeah, that's
Go
awesome.
solo view.
Oh, nice.
So we can see it better.
Let me solo view you.
I'm
real quick.
old.
Hold on. You're old. Cluck, cluck. Oh, that's really
Hey.
cool, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
there you go.
That's sweet, man.
It's just the backgrounds.
It's great.
Yeah, she's only 10. So don't judge her.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Cluck, cluck.
You see that, Jimmy? You see that from Rocco?
What do you
Look at the
say?
screen. Look at the screen.
Wow.
Oh.
Let's see
Yeah.
some dance moves.
Let's
Let's see some dance
He
Come
moves.
on,
turned the
Jamie.
tables on you, Jimmy.
Here, I could put on some music, bro.
Damn.
Oh, where's
Jimmy,
Alex? Oh, we
damn.
could get the beatbox going there.
But just relax. I'm sending a message back here. Just relax.
All right.
So I'll go head to head with David. I will fly out to Vegas and we will do an underground subway breakdance competition.
Come on, Jimmy.
Let's go.
I'll bring the
I'll meet you
cardboard
there.
box and everything.
I'll meet you there, Jimmy.
There it is. There's a call out. You heard it here first on Billy Goat Tales. Well, we got to clip that segment, send it to David. You'll love that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
DDT, you ready to get into some charts, my friend?
Yeah, not looking good at the moment.
That's
But yeah.
okay.
Ugh.
We're in it
Looks
for the
good to
long
me.
haul.
Darren, that looks good to me, bro.
Yeah, because you're short. I was hustling around the household.
I mean,
So
I'm
missed it.
5'10". That's
market
not
needs some
all the way short.
Yeah, I missed this one. That's fine.
Market
Always
needs a
another
tampon.
You can borrow some of mine. I'll let you have some
Always
of mine
another
short.
trade. We've got
It's
to
a
Yeah, and,
sea of
and we're not
red
out of the
right
water
now.
yet. It could bounce from here and go
It's a
back the
sea
other
of
way.
red.
just looks ugly though.
It does look
Just
ugly.
looking locally at Bitcoin. It's not looking good.
Hey, we do have an uneven butt cheek if on their last screen looked like.
I'll go back, but yeah, 15-minute loss of 50 EMA. I think high time structure now. We just not even looking at horizontal levels. Let me just turn TPO off. Just looking at actually turn the drawings off as well. Neaten it up. Coming into the 50 EMA on that. But this is what I was saying in the Discord or in Frankie's Discord, that 4-hour blood diamond incoming, and here we are. So these usually are top signals. 4-hour is diverging as well, which is not good. We are in an uptrend, and obviously money flow is bullish. So it's very iffy as to whether it will have follow through, and if it will. I think it's just with these meme coins launching, they suck the initial liquidity. The Trump one yesterday did exactly the same thing, but it was when was it? No, it was this week here. It was these 2 weeks here that these two coins here that caused, or actually these three, basically that caused the trauma on Bitcoin. And at this point now, just locally, I'm not even going to look at the weekly candle. It's just looking. So there was an SFP level here, which it came back up, it wicked and held. Very bullish candle, but it's just not even bouncing. I think we have we do have a local golden pocket, which it should bounce off. Take it off that low to that high. So we're coming into it just on the value area high of the macro range as well. So if we just pull this up a time frame, we have our macro range over here. So we've moved out of the value area high, and there would have been money flow coming up basically as you moved out of there. So you can see the money flow is trending up. 4-hour money flow trending up as we were breaking out this value area high here. Sorry, my levels are a bit messed up, but it's about 101.4, give or take. 101, or actually 100,900. So just below 101,000. We broke out the value area. So this is your typical value area trade at the minute. Obviously, with the divergences above, you're outside of your value area. I want basically for price action for myself, if I was going to say anything needs to hold, if not the 4 hour 50 EMA, which is basically got confluence with this value area high of the macro range, then apart from that, we are coming back to the POC, which also aligns with the 4 hour 50 EMA or 4 hour 200 EMA. So we just got to see what happens. But it's just what happens. For those that don't know, is with initial liquidity coins, with initial liquidity, it takes a while for kind of coin market cap and all these things to update. So the market can't actually figure out exactly where this is going, right? So there's no, so you'll see now as well, Bitcoin dominance probably spiked ridiculous. It's coming back up into this zone. So all these spikes are just basically this meme liquidity. As soon as it's figured itself out, you'll find that it will kind of correct itself. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but it's just this is also not looking good. But for the most part, if you were just looking at it from the perspective that we usually do with the volume profiles, you're above the value area high. With bearish divergence, you probably had 15-minute money flow crossing red, which I think was, if you had a few people alert me to that.
Yeah.
You had 15-minute money flow crossing red as you were diverging and as you started selling off. So
yeah, but is that it's hard to see as far as the money flow there. It went down. Does it look like it's rounding? Or is it still going down? There you go. There you go.
It's flattened
Okay.
out, but it looks like it's going to take another turn down at this point.
Okay.
So it's probably going to do a puke again. Sorry, I have got a lot on my.
And Darren, I mean, we haven't tested that macro area value area high.
We've just done it on my chart, literally as you say that. You see this blue turquoise line here? That's the value area high.
I haven't touched it yet. I'm looking at the Bybit chart, but that's what I was kind of seeing what happens there, and if we can hold above that and then move forward.
So yeah, if this value area high doesn't hold, then I'm making marks everywhere. If the value area high doesn't hold, obviously it's 90. It's back down to the 97.2, 97.3 POC again, and it's just basically range deviations again. But we don't necessarily want to be doing this topsy-turvy the whole time. Bitcoin needs to choose a direction. And for the most part, most of us want Bitcoin to go up, right? Yes, we want some discounts, maybe getting a few more alts, those type of things. But my consensus is I'd want this thing to go back up. I don't want it to lose this level. Obviously, with the value area high being the macro range, kind of daily closes below it will start signaling to me. But also now, we could get that this evening. We've got 45 minutes or so till daily close.
I wouldn't short support though, man, on the value area high. I mean, that's just me.
Until it loses it, yes.
Yeah, until it loses it.
I don't know if this is going to make sense to a lot of people here, but let me just share this, and I'll probably freak a lot of people out. But
that's what I was going to ask you about.
Look at the order flow. It's just so obviously red on here on the CVD. There's just a hell of a lot of shorting from when it hit 105. It's just max short. You see blue here on the CVD means a little bit of longs came in, but look, boom, just short. Look at it in this candle as well. There is very little commitments to long. It's just
it is Sunday. It is Sunday too.
Yeah. The Bears are winning.
Yeah, not ideal. But yeah, that's Bitcoin. So yeah, it's got to hold you at 100, basically 100,000, 101,000, or otherwise it's going to come back down to 97.2 POC.
Yeah.
So yeah, not much else to really look at, but that's kind of the overall consensus at this point.
What about ETH, Darren?
ETH is
Show ETH. Show ETH.
I don't know about you guys, but I think ETH has been very disappointing. I mean,
suppressed.
I just think that I mean, we haven't even seen a coin launch on ETH that everybody's been going nuts over lately. Seems like And I know it's just Solana, that pumped up fun, man. It's so easy. I mean, and I can tell you, I think what it was on. Yeah, it wasn't yesterday. It was on Friday when that Trump coin launched. Just the way that you could tell the liquidity moving over,
Mhm.
you know, into Solana, and just all the other alts being just. I mean, literally, Bitcoin stood still, and Solana. And I mean, and you had an Ondo, you know, move too. But I mean, I was just kind of blown away as to how fast that coin
ETH
was
has
able to
done
suck liquidity, man.
ETH has done
Go
this
ahead.
macro range deviation and rotation a lot quicker than Bitcoin at this point, because obviously Bitcoin only went, like today went above, or like the last few days. ETH's about a week, 2 weeks, give or take. Now what's this on the daily? Yeah, good few days. Yeah, see it have the deviation above the value area high here. It's come down. It's lost the value area high, lost the 3,500 POC. Dare I say it, ETH will go back to 3,000 again. And also as well, you've got a daily red dot on a trigger. Tap this daily level that I had marked out at 31.36. And that's basically also a POC area here of this previous range on the side. So like 31.13. So this was my bounce zone the last time we came into, we had the wick on Monday, I think. Yeah. So this was my bounce zone for it to watch. And also as well, we do have a DNPOC from Monday at 30.49. So yeah, at this point, it's going to do the full rotation a lot quicker than Bitcoin. And we're going to pull a, I think I did have a Fibonacci pulled somewhere up here where we had the 786 line up with the, 786 lined up with the, had this local golden pocket there, around 3,000. And we still got this 786 just below this vol. 4 hour must be a blood. No, not blood diamond. No red dot on the 4 hour just yet, because obviously it's already had its bath yesterday. It's just been messing around here. Personally as well, ETH's just not really showing any strength yet. Although yesterday, was maybe even today, Wood Liberty Finance, Trump, the Trump family project, bought a lot of ETH or swapped a lot of something, USDC or USDT for ETH. Still did nothing to price, basically. We managed to bounce, 7 or 8%, and then straight back down. But this is just all chop and flush. Give it a few days. I think this will resolve itself. I don't think this madness is going to continue pretty much after Tuesday or Wednesday. I think we maybe Tuesday. Obviously, tomorrow is a bank holiday or holiday in the US, so probably Tuesday you might, even tomorrow might be a bit of a madness. But for ETH for now, I wouldn't. If I was looking at anything, short it at 3,500, or otherwise wait for the full rotation of the range again for it to get to 30 to 3,000 basically. And then that's basically ETH. Not really looking at much money flow. Just turned green on 4 hour. Daily red dot. What's a 15 and the 90 doing? 15x. Yeah, I don't know. As someone who's been here at least a cycle, I've not seen this. Obviously, with this madness, this is just I'd rather not even trade this. Let the dust settle and let everything just sort itself out. Give it a few days, and then go from there. I'm probably not trading tomorrow as well. I'll just hang 10, wait for New York to open on Tuesday, and then just see from there if you can get into any day trades / weekly swing trades on something. I was looking at Ondo. I don't know if that's worth. I don't know if I had any TA. Ondo, I don't know where this Fibonacci was pulled from, but I did pull it from somewhere. just from that low to that high. So the low on Monday last week to kind of the high, or just there's a high to the left here on Ondo. Well, that was a retrace down actually. So just looking at Ondo, you're pretty much looking at this red line, which is what it's a macro POC of some sort. I think I had marked out. So this red line at 130, 129.75. Was a break of structure. Was a 4-hour break of structure. So this should be a key support, and also it's daily open. So for now, of course, the candle looks like absolute. Doesn't look that good. But for Ondo specifically, I would say 130 needs to hold at this point. I don't know why. Let's just reverse that quick. Yeah. Come into this local golden pocket. Money flow looks good. So hopefully just a retrace. Hopefully over the next few hours, this price action just settles a bit, because it's where Bitcoin is, or basically everything is just capitulating because of this meme euphoria, meme madness.
ADT.
Yes.
I got a question for you. Can you show us the VRVP on Ondo, just in that local area? Let's see where all that volume's sitting. Okay.
Yeah, you've got just below that, you've got a gap as well. You've got a volume gap till you get to this local range here. So somewhere there, you've got a volume gap. If you lose this low, or actually probably lose, you lose 110. You've probably got about 10 cents here, 15 cents gap to come down into this kind of pocket between about 95 cents. Could probably go more locally and just you're basically on a high volume node at the moment as well.
So we lose that, we're going
If you
to
lose that
120
locally,
something.
Yeah, you're probably going to come down to about 125. Yeah, there's a volume gap. How much price action? Yeah, even with the more you pull on, you can still see that there's still a volume gap there below us. So it has to hold you. Otherwise, yeah, probably can come down anything from 128 to like 125, which is not a lot. It's probably what, like 4%. Current price action to there. Or was actually a bit more, 7%. Yeah, so that's all I'm looking for Ondo. I was kind of looking to pick up more spot on it, but for the most part, I'm pretty much not doing anything for the next day or two. Just going to wait for Tuesday, and then hopefully all this madness settles a bit.
Just wait for the bounce, right?
Yeah, you would want as well. They are quite overbought. Obviously, this is not really a thing where you shouldn't kind of base your buying and selling on whether something's overbought or oversold. You have to have a lot more confluence than just that. But generally, Ondo's one of the stronger ones at the moment compared to. It's heading up a bit. It's still putting in a higher low, kind of higher time frame. So you still got
DDT. We got to pull your personality out a little bit, man. Let me hear your best Frankie Candles impression.
Putting me on the spot.
Come on, man. Gotta have some fun. I'll do it. Let's see. Right?
Bing bong.
There you go.
With the hot pitch.
There we go, man. Well, thank you, brother. Always great to have you up. And as you know, you feel free to hang out, do whatever you want. I did notice that Jimmy was pretty focused there. And Jimmy, did you buy that Ivanka coin? I was like, what are you doing, Jimmy? I was like, he's either opening cards, doing something with Legos.
Or Melania?
Melania.
What Lego you got going, Jimmy? Or is that kind of that fad passed a little bit now that you got the cards going?
A lot.
Oh
Ivanka
no,
has
man.
one too. Ivanka official.
That's my love. Lego never going away.
Anything interesting?
But
on Lego?
yeah, I got a big boy. I don't know if I've got the room to show it. I can try.
Let me pull you up, Jimmy.
I'll give it a
Hold on.
whirl. Let's see.
This is a family-friendly show, Jimmy. Don't show us the big boy.
Yeah, I won't show you the really, really big sculpture. Hang on a second. Let me try to make some room because it's going to take a lot of room. All right, hang on.
Dave. All right, Jimmy. Yeah, we'll wait for Jimmy to come back there. There you go. That's the one right there.
Melania. That's Melania's chart. I had it up there, but it's all
Well,
right.
I thought Ivanka had one too. Ivanka official.
Yeah, I don't know about hers, but I know Melania dropped the. Yeah, there you go. Look at that thing. 14,000% 24 hours. We got let's see.
Bruh.
Market cap 7.95 billion out of the
What?
first lady.
What's the price on that?
Bruh.
$7.94, Billy. This thing is pumping.
How do you spell her name?
Melania.
Yeah, no kidding. You just pronounced it.
Melania.
Of course, if you're in the chat looking for this token, know that there's going to be 100 other ones that are fake ones. So do your research. Make sure you.
And guys, yesterday,
address.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Hey, and after that one, you might want to look at Mr. Beast, the Beast coin, because that thing is putting up some volume as well. It was released yesterday. It's already on CoinMarketCap and everything.
Let's see if I can find it. I'll try to find it off screen.
Yeah, man, it's
We're
kind of
waiting on
crazy what's
Jimmy.
going on with the market caps of those coins. I don't know where Trump's at, but it was $8 billion for the first lady. And where's Trump at? 15 or 16 or 20 billion by now?
What were you
all
saying?
the liquidity is rotating. Look how everyone's just jumping ship to the new coin now. So obviously everyone was in Trump coin, and now Melania is now What's the M cap on it? I'm looking on kind of deck screener. Yeah, 8 billion. Trump, I think, was still at about 15, wasn't it?
I don't think that's it though. That's Mr. Beast, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the coin. Oil. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's an ugly chart, man.
Oh man, that's a rough.
what is it? What's the ranking on there?
37.
The ranking. Let me see here.
Ooh, that would have been a pretty short.
It's CoinMarketCap. It has his face plastered all over the website. I mean, you would think you would need to see his socials or something like that. That's the thing, man. By the time it happened with me with the Trump, like I didn't jump into the Trump because it was kind of I couldn't believe it. But I mean,
you're breaking up on my end. Can you guys hear?
Yeah,
me?
Do we have confirmation that that's Trump's coin?
Pollo, you're rugged, bro.
I'm sorry, guys. I have terrible internet here.
Yeah, Bitcoin continues to dump too.
Bitcoin's not holding this value area high.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, you're really good at this, but the website is based Beastcoin.
What are we doing, Pollo?
No, the website is based Beastcoin. That's the website. I mean, like I said, it's just I get really, really eerie with these things, man. You know, like I I feel like I always find out too late, you know.
Oh, okay.
Well, we all do.
I got it on CoinGecko, but I don't have a dark screen. It doesn't look like.
I don't think this is it though, but yeah. Let me share my screen here.
Yeah, the website is basedbeastcoin.com, and it has his face plastered all over it.
This is what you're talking about? Super degen play.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest this to anybody.
We have to get
It's
DDT, should I move
renounced,
on
though.
TP? How far are we over, bro? 797, you said?
Mark Dutch with his jokes. I love Mark Dutch, man. I mean, they got a social, but here's the thing: it's not his social.
Where is Jimmy? Jimmy just take off on us?
I think he's showing us the big one right there.
Yeah, he's gonna bring out the Death Star now.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's part of it. I can't even get it all in frame. The thing is so big.
That's what she said.
But you can see it's a rather
Man,
large.
those are big thrusters you have there, Jimmy.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
Sorry, Billy.
There you
I-
go. That's the latest and greatest.
That thing
Nice.
is amazing.
Jimmy, can I ask you a question? Do you glue them together, or is that against Lego rules?
Yeah,
He's
that's
gotta give it-
completely against
okay.
the rules.
It's against the rules to glue them together.
Unless you're your sculptor. Oh yeah. Not unless your sculptor is sculptures going in a Lego part, because they do glue all their stuff together. And it's metal reinforced too. Most of the stuff you see, like in a Lego land or something like that, it's all metal reinforced, glued together, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, as a hobbyist, I mean, someone says they're gluing Lego together, you slap them.
Interesting.
That
I
is
had no
not
idea.
that is the Republic Star Destroyer cryptic. That's the Venator class Rebel Destroyer. Star Destroyer. Let's see. I don't know if I can get it in frame. I have to bring him over here. Some light. Can I get it up there? There's the Star
blue
Destroyer
cheese.
up there. At the top. Like right there.
Let's see. Which one?
It's hard to see.
Wow. That thing is massive.
This big boy up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to make my
The
finger
big
do
one.
it.
The-
That
yeah,
guy.
The big one. Yeah.
Yeah, the big boy. But yeah, I mean that whole wall over there is nothing but Star Wars, as far as you can see. And
This is the way.
there's a Superstar Destroyer. I can't get the camera over there, but there's a Superstar Destroyer in the other corner.
Jimmy has like 90% of the Lego Star Wars liquidity in his wallet in that room, man.
Dude, there's people way worse off than me. I mean, there's some crazy, it's actually what I've been telling these card trading guys. I mean, I was like, anything Star Wars or anything Disney, when it comes to collecting, those people don't play around, and they will spend some ridiculous amount of money on collectible stuff.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way, Jimmy. I still have a lot of Marvel comics, but I had Dark Horse, so I had all the Predator collection, the Aliens and Predator collection, and I also had Disney comics, and I got rid of the Disney comics thinking that those weren't going to be the ones. I sold those. I mean, I sold them for a profit, but I mean, if I would have held on to those, because I have some pretty old, I have some comics from some Marvel comics from the 70s.
Yeah, I mean the card market's hot right now. I mean, I mean, if you want to make money in that market, really, you got to deal with single cards. And it's much like crypto. I mean, you're trying to buy something with the hopes that, this player is going to do good, and a year or two from now, the demand and price of their card is going to go up, right? So I mean, it gives me a lot of the same feels. And that's probably why I've taken to it, other than the fact, it's a good bonding thing for me and my son, and for me to teach him about business and hopefully how to not lose money.
Somebody's beeping in.
Oh, I saw
I don't
what
know
did
what that is.
Alexandra or who was that? Somebody put a question up there. I just missed it.
Somebody said no glue.
Oh, do you have any Lego flowers? Yes, I do have. I bought the girlfriend some flowers. Yeah, they're up over there on the shelf. Those are really nice too. They're a lot of fun.
Nice. So I think Rocco popped out. RMT, I used to spend thousands daily on retro video games, raffles, wheels on Facebook. Yeah. You know why you did that, RMT? Because you Satoshi. You can afford to spend that kind of money. See, us pole man, right? Pole man, us pole man, we pole man can't do that. But Satoshi could, right? Or Jimmy. Jimmy Jim could. Crabman, good to see you, man. All you guys hanging out with us, chilling on a Sunday. We went over all kinds of stuff today. We went over unicorn fart dust. We went over Trump. We went over the big box openings that Jimmy had, which, hey, I think Jimmy just spawned we had 350 total viewers, Jimmy. So right now, so that's great to see.
Are we gonna have to do this as a segment every week now? We're gonna have to have a Lego
I think
segment. Now we
so.
got to have a sports card segment.
The sports card segment was very fun, man. Very interesting. It was cool.
What about, so did you guys ever, so I know a lot of people, this is kind of after it's a little bit, after my generation, but these Pokemon cards, I see people always going nuts over these Pokemon cards. What's so special? Is it because is it a game? Do you play it, or the cards are just something that you trade?
Yeah, it's a con. Yeah, I mean, well, you've got a couple of different sides of that fence, right? I mean, Billy drags his grandson all over the country doing these big Pokemon tournaments, and then you've got the collector side of it. And matter of fact, I got 4 guys at my office that are big into the Pokemon card thing. And so much that they wanted to get a dealer license, so they listed our business address for the card dealership, and people started showing up at our office on the weekends trying to buy freaking trading cards. But those, you've got to, the money in those. I mean, really, you're trying to deal a lot of single cards and a lot of the older stuff. I mean, the stuff that's gotten torn up by kids and you just can't get anymore. That's where they make all their money, on the older cards.
Yeah, my son was into Pokemon way back, right? So he was born in 93. So by, 97, 98, 99, 2000, he was waist deep in them. And we kept everything in binders and sleeves. He's a huge collection still today. And then as my grandsons got older, Ian started getting into it. And so he really kind of has taken it to the next level, in that I never took Zach, my son, to tournaments, but Ian loves these tournaments. We go to the regionals. We've been to Louisiana, to Charlotte, to Tennessee, to Columbus, Ohio. And what they do is you qualify with points. And once you get enough points by going to these tournaments, then you can, if you have enough points, you go to the internationals or worlds, and they host it, I think, last year. I might be wrong about this, but I think it was in Japan or somewhere like that. He didn't make it. He didn't make the cut. And there's age groups and brackets they put him in. He was, you go through the juniors and then to the seniors, and there's probably ones before that. I'm certainly not the expert on it. But just going to him, I kind of figure some things out. But he enjoys it. He enjoys it. We have fun with it. It's really good. But my son was more into the cards and playing the actual card game. Ian's into the card game too, but he does it in tournaments, right? Versus just with your friends.
I mean, by no means would I recommend anyone getting into cracking boxes. I mean, if you're doing it from an investor standpoint, you really got to deal with the single cards. And matter of fact, going back to that software I'm using earlier, I mean, there's a whole, top 500 card index. I mean, just like the stock market. I mean, it's wild how far card trading, has really come. I mean, tons of fun.
Doing TA on cards, that's a new one for me, man.
Yeah, literally. I mean, that's literally what you're doing. I mean, unfortunately, you can't, put trend lines on the charts and stuff like that. But I mean, you can look at it from a, what's hot right now. Is it baseball, football, soccer? Then you can look at, okay, in baseball, well, what series is hot? And then you can break it down, what player's hot, So, I mean, yeah, you can go off in a wormhole for sure, doing this stuff, but, it's gambling. I mean, you're gambling just like crypto. It's just, I'm going to ride it till it bucks me. I mean, we've gotten so lucky over the last 3 weeks that, I mean, it'd be dumb not to. Last night was probably our first, I don't even want to call it a bad night because we actually got some good cards, but the money spent card return wasn't great. And then I've got one tonight too that's some of the WWE flawless stuff, and that's always good to me for whatever reason. That's why I pulled most of my 1-to-1s.
Yeah, Jesse said he had all the first generation cards. Yeah, I think I don't know when it came out, but I think my son has a lot of those as well. So I always collected sports cards, and when he got older, he went around with me, so he got a taste of the sports cards, and then he got into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and he just has kept them, and then he got into sports cards. So like later on, so we have several LeBron James rookie cards. We have all of the guys that came through that class. I used to have so I lived in Cleveland, right? So I had season tickets for the Indians and the Cavs every year. And when LeBron went to St. Vincent St. Mary's, we could watch him play high school basketball. And when he would come to the Cavs games, he sat right in front of us. So my son got, I'd take him to the Cavs games all the time, and he would have all the players sign his hat. And so LeBron was sitting in front of us. We knew that he was going to be the number 1 draft pick. We knew he's going to Cleveland. He's a Cleveland, Akron, Canton guy. And so he just taps him on the shoulder and says, "Hey, LeBron, can you sign my hat for me?" And we're like, yeah. He's like, "Yeah." And turns around, he signs it. He was still a senior in high school. And then, of course, the next year he got drafted first round, goes to the Cavs. And so Zach, my son, kind of grew up at the Gun, which changed names, but the Q. So he kind of grew up there, got to be the ball boy for that whole team. What that means is basically you go out on the court, and when they're shooting warm-ups, you rebound to them, throw it back to them.
Yep.
And we did that. He did that like 3 years before LeBron. And as soon as LeBron came to the Cavaliers, not only did ticket prices go up, I can't remember. I'm going to say like $20 a seat, maybe 20 or 30 bucks a seat, but also the security was way different. So we got to know all the security guys from going there for all the years. Frank was our security guy. And because of that relationship, Frank would let Zach out and do some things that he probably wasn't allowed to do, but it kept getting tighter and tighter and tighter. It kind of lost a little bit of its flair because back in my day when I'd go watch the Indians, man, I'd pay $4 for a ticket to sit in the bleachers and watch the Indians play with Joe Carter and those guys. But later on, it became pretty expensive.
You can't say Indians anymore. You gotta say, what are they, the Guardians now?
Yeah, they're the Guardians. I'm old school.
No, they're the Indians. They're the Indians of Philly. They're not the Guardians. I refuse to say that, man.
Yeah, and X keeps showing up. 340 live viewers over on X.
It's 366 total right now, man. On mine, 366.
Yeah, that's with YouTube and X. So just X alone is 340.
That's our best stream that we've had, thanks to our wonderful community and getting the word out.
So, what time does this? Do you guys know what time the inauguration is tomorrow?
I think it's noon.
12 p.m.
Look it up.
From what I've heard.
12 p.m.
I don't know if that's Eastern or whenever it is, but I just heard 12 p.m.
So Wall Street is closed tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? We can look it up real quick.
Bank holiday.
That's Martin Luther King Day.
So high noon on Monday the 20th.
Dave, did you take profit?
Why you think it's gonna bounce from here?
Small bounce, yeah. It bounced off a naked point of control Friday low, and then obviously it back tested a spot line as well. So fair warning. If you want to hold it to Hades, you can, but should bounce a bit. Probably come back up to like 101,500 to 102, give or take. I would think by now. Or it's what at 101,500. I mean, up to like 102.
Yeah, I've got room for that. That'll work.
Nice job, Mike. Mike just got a nice little trade there. Great job. Love to hear that. Love to see people winning, man. All right, guys. Jimmy, we'd like to close down with you, but man, your cards are a hit. We're gonna have to talk about adding that. That's some good stuff, man. You're gonna make me FOMO in.
The weekend isn't a total bust. But yeah, as soon as we get off here, I'll be jumping in their live stream to see how the cards fall.
We'll shill it, Jimmy. Let us all go raid that thing.
It's called Philly Whiz Kids on YouTube.
There you go.
I'll be in there cutting up with the group.
I'm sure Alexandra will be dropping that for us here pretty soon. She's on it like a
matter of fact.
bonnet.
There looks like my big break is coming up right now.
Share your screen. Oh, you got it on your phone, huh?
Yeah, I've got it on my phone.
All right, cool.
All right, guys. Well, let's Dave, you got any last great words for our community here today? I know we kind of
I think we covered everything. Nope. I don't think I have anything to share this week. Maybe something else that just I did see during the stream that we'll share soon, maybe on Tuesday night. But that's it. Let's see what Bitcoin does. If we get another higher low or lower high and then back down, we'll see.
Red Man.
Yeah, when it comes to crypto, guys, just be careful. The Trump coin came out. There was a big scare that it was a scam and all this other stuff. Just be careful, guys. Money isn't everything. You don't have to sell your bags to go convert into Trump coin, Melania, Ivanka, whatever it is, the newest flavor of the week. Always stay true to your convictions. It'll pay off in the end. Whatever those convictions are, just stay true to them. Don't sell yourself out. And with that, you guys have a good weekend.
Boyo, you got anything?
Yeah, man, just practice patience, guys. Have a game plan. if you're buying or you're researching, just because something comes out, yeah, you hear stories of somebody aping into something and making, thousands or millions, but those are far few and in between. And I think this isn't it's a marathon, not a race. I know people say that all the time, but just practice patience and you'll get there. Just know where you need to go. Oh, and by the way, the market is closed tomorrow. I just double checked that, so it is closed.
Jimmy Jim,
Stop here.
final words, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just treading water. See what's going to happen here on Monday and react accordingly.
I hear you, brother. DDT, anything?
No, not much. Just patience, as Poyo was saying. Preferably, or what I'm doing is I'm not trading. I'm just going to wait for this volatility to kind of end, and then probably Tuesday, I think we'll have a better direction for the week in regards to which way the market's going to go. But also as well with market close tomorrow, that does obviously let Asia and the UK sessions kind of guide what's going to happen with price action. So yeah, if you're not experienced in trading volatility, just sit out, be patient, wait to Tuesday or Wednesday to kind of have a better gauge of what's going on in the markets. So, and also as well, yeah, use risk management. Don't be silly. Don't use money you cannot afford to lose type thing as well. So yeah, just be safe for the most part and risk averse for now until kind of this volatility subsides a bit.
Amen, brother. Well, guys, thanks for joining us here at Billy Goat Tales. We love you. We appreciate you. Don't forget, on Tuesday, 9 p.m., we're going to be having our Twitter X Space, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that will be on persistence, personal development. Hope to see you guys there. And with that, Billy Goat Tales